So Facebook people, this stream is now on YouTube. I'm gonna just leave it up for a minute on Facebook, but go to youtube.com/MarvinMusic to watch it with a little bit better sound and all that stuff. So yeah. Hey Connor. All right. Bye Facebook. Cool. We're just on YouTube now. Thanks, Jacob. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you. Hey Scott, I'm glad you followed. Oh, that's so sweet. Hey Rob. Let me know if you guys have any requests, any questions.
Geico presents.
Let's hang out. Let's make something of this new hangout on YouTube.
To get the best out of your car,
Not only do you have to listen to commercials on our channel, only for the play along channels too. All right. Hey, Mama Peg. Thanks, Kurt. How you doing? Any guesses when touring might be possible? Well, it's possible tomorrow. The problem, I mean, like me and Danny can do the backyard thing all we want. But the problem is we pay our musicians a respectable amount, and we can't afford to take the risk of having places shut down in the middle of tour. So it's kind of, we're going to start stringing together weekends because we have some festivals with some venues that are open, but it's a bunch of bullshit these days. It's very tough, very tough. So I'm guessing probably by spring, summer, we're going to do some things, but 30-day tours and stuff like that with the full band, I don't know yet. It's going to be a minute, I think. All right. Here's some fast swing. Shadow Dancer. How you doing? Great sound, thank you. I practice a lot. Thanks, Shadow Dancer. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. So this guitar is called a Marine. It's a Spanish builder who lives in France. M-A-R-I-N, like Marvin without a B. But yeah, badass guitar. I got it as a dowry from my wife's parents. I decided to agree to the union because the guitar sounded great. Let me read that question. That looked like a serious one. To develop an ear for good gypsy guitar and a good feel for chromatic scale, what do you suggest listening to or try to replicate? My favorites are Django Reinhardt and Jimmy Rosenberg. Those are not only my favorite, they're really the only two I like. I'm not a big Borelli fan. I don't like Angelo DeBar. The list of people I don't like goes on and on and on. It's not because I'm a hater. It's because I have great taste.
It's not always easy to start a new chapter, but you're not starting it alone.
We're coming out with a gypsy jazz album in a few months. And that's gonna be up there. In quality. Jared, welcome. Thanks, Deacon. Can you hit that bell to get notifications on YouTube? I'm trying to build this from scratch. But I'm enjoying the intimacy. Facebook says it won't, YouTube says it won't allow the use of notifications for your channel. What? I cannot believe that. Is that a thing? This could only be explained by one reason. Anti-Semitism, you guys guessed it. YouTube must be anti-Semitic. Motherfuckers. Well, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Time to refresh your rhythm with Travis.
All right. So, the only other explanation is that YouTube decided that Deacon shouldn't see any Jews. Rob coming up after this. Let's start with spicy licks over dominant chords. Here's a lick I really like. I'm not a big lick guy, so I can't really give you any of my own licks because I don't really think that way. But occasionally I'll figure out somebody else's shit, and this is a Gizmo graph lick that I really like. So if let's say we're playing over E7, right? it starts on the flat 6. So if it's an E7, the thing to remember where lines start, you gotta have a grip that you understand. So here's an E7 with a flat 13 on top, with a C on top. So that way you can visualize the starting point. So what he does, he plays, it starts off being a harmonic minor thing. So, sorry. That's the lick. Over E7. So the way, all the way down, all those notes are in A harmonic minor, meaning E mixolydian flat 9, flat 6, the fifth mode of A harmonic minor, but it ends up on the flatted fifth, on B flat. So in context, let's say you're going to an A minor. It's going to be slower. Okay, so I'm going to A minor and I'm using an E7 to play a cadence to it. So on the E7, it's going to go C, B, A, G sharp, F, E, D, C, G sharp, G, F, E, and then end on B flat. So you're skipping some of the notes of harmonic minor, but you end up on this thing that's really kind of the sharp 4, flat 5. On A7, right? Wherever you're starting it, it's, you just kind of rework it. But that's a really nice way to lead. Let's say I'm playing all of me, right? So the C, I can't play it, it's a major chord. Then it goes to E7. Then it goes to A7, I can play it here. And then resolve it to D minor. So one in time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that, right? That works. I like that song. Cool. So yeah, let's. What did you ask for? Let's do Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves. Play along, Gypsy. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Okay. Is that a super chat? Jesus. YouTube is better, huh? Fuck. Thanks, Skirt. Guys, I'm gonna grab a charger because my shit's about to die. Just hold on 1 second. I'm gonna relocate. There we go. Got some juice. Everything's gonna be wonderful now. All right. Let's see. Let's see. May you might take it to the Rick Beato level someday if you can cry or something. Yeah. The only thing that makes me cry is seeing him cry. I have respect for the time you've put in to become this good, Count. Thanks so much, man. You know, it does take a long time, but I'll help you guys out. I will do the thing that I never had, which is somebody on the internet that you don't know that can play, show you how to play. If you ask me questions, if you have anything you want to know, just let me know. I'll help you out. And not in a Rick Beato way, which is like 7 ways to stroke your cock. The top 4 things I learned. You will be shocked. 3 jazz licks that make you go wow. Thanks, Henry. Thanks, Deacon. 3 jazz licks that make you go wow. I don't know if I'm tougher, but I certainly talk more shit. Thanks, an egg in these trying times. Just being a white guy, that sounds anti-Semitic? No, it's okay. You're allowed to be a white guy. Don't listen to what they tell you. You have to apologize for nothing. Alright, let's see what else. Some Stella. Stella never hurt nobody.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Why build a pillow tower for nasal congestion relief?
I don't know, I'm gonna start making content too. 5 times I almost shit my pants. I don't smoke. I was thinking... I thought about how awkward that would be if Rick would ever have me on the show. How much... I think I'm just gonna pretend like I never said anything about him. It'll be easier than walking all the stuff back. Oh, that's the end of the backing track? What the fuck? Ah, fuck it, let's play Misty. Funky. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jared. I love Andy. We met randomly in Knoxville at some backyard show that me and Dani booked. He was just there attending. Such a sweet guy. Yeah, I like Jimmy Bruno. He's pretty hilarious. But Tritonus, it's not like I'm really building my improvisation around the melody. Deacon. I appreciate that. This is awesome. Cannot believe it. So yeah, I mean, when you're improvising over jazz stuff, you see a lot of people talk. This is like typical institutional Berkeley type bullshit, right? Where they are trying to promote this stupid methodology. Yeah. We're gonna do a lot of. I'm gonna do a lot of streaming. Don't worry. But they say bullshit things like hear the melody in your head, or play around the melody. And in a way that's true, but in a way that's not true. Like the goal of a jazz solo isn't to write, like you're playing Misty, so you don't need to write 7 version of, like every chorus isn't like a separate version of Misty time after time, right? You don't want to go, and then the next chorus, like some sort of inversion of that idea. To where you're taking the rhythm or the contour or the notes or some element of the melody. That's not the point. A lot of times you want to flow through the changes and touch these places in time where the melody doesn't touch. But what you want to be doing, and what people aren't doing too much of, is play awesome shit. That's the thing that you're hearing. I hate to toot my own horn, but you're trying to play some awesome melodies, right? And the question as an improviser becomes simple. What is awesome shit? So I don't know, play the changes and come up with your best. Play them out of time, but try to like come up with a line. A lot of you guys are in this blues kind of world where a lot of the lines, could be awesome over a blues, but in the jazz context, they're very meandering. They're not, they don't hit important notes at important times. They don't outline changes surgically. And, if I just take a look at like the beginning of Misty, right? It goes from an E flat and then a 2-5-1 to A flat, right? But the important thing is where it's happening in time. So it's really one measure of E flat major 7 or E flat 6-9 to half measure of B flat minor, half measure of E flat dominant, and then a measure of A flat major. So you want to be able to play a line that moves through that and have some awesome shit in it. So what's awesome? What's nice places to land on? And it's not just figuring out notes, it's figuring out how to land these notes in a specific place and time when the chords are changing, right? So if I'm going like 1, 2, 3, you really outlined not just the changes, but I found these places in the harmony to create a melody where everything was there. There was an idea, and it was just kind of accurately moving in time with the song. So that's just an E flat major arpeggio. Keep landing on that 7. Very satisfying. And then as the change happened, I voice led. I went right to the flat third of that B flat. And then to the 13 of the E flat, right? If I was to continue that idea, right? I'm now composing ideas. I'm not really working on improvising anymore. I'm just checking out things that might end up being great lines. So maybe walk down that 6 to the 5th of that E flat. And then I want to maybe get to the 7th of that A flat as it resolves. So now what I end up with, right, is like that's awesome shit. It just sounds good, you know? And now you can analyze it on a lot of levels. Like what was the rhythm? There was motifs in there. There was a lot of things. But I think first and foremost, it's just the ability to maybe see the modal changes between chords and understanding that when you're learning how to improvise over jazz, you gotta imagine that the chords, like in a factory, they're like on a moving strip. And until you have that ability to just throw information that addresses these things that are just in motion, then you're not in the ballpark of playing the style yet. You need to work on some more basic tools of the trade that will allow you to zone in on chords. For a lot of people, they kind of have, they know how to play, but they know how to play over just kind of a general, they have a general sense of time. It's not really, here's the change and I got to do something to address it in my lines. You know, right? You're just playing these blues things and they kind of work on everything. So, yeah. Let's see. If you come up with something great and you can't explain the theory, Bruni says, then it only doesn't work on paper. Yeah. I mean, if you come up with, but the truth is, you can always explain it because there are only 12 notes, and music really isn't that complicated. I mean, music moves on a strange plane between simple, effortless, and impossible. There's no real in between. Practicing gets more things to be effortless for you. And the rest of it is just impossible. If you think you can do something and it's just hard, then you're just blind and you're tripping and you think that you can do something that you can't do. Because if it takes effort, you're never going to place it right in time. It's just not going to come out right, you know? So, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. How about some blues? Gregorio Lees. Thank you, man. Hopefully I can see musicians like yourself live soon. It means time. Dude, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Hey, dude, we with Marvin, we've been to North Carolina so many times. All over. Have you ever seen us live? It's an experience. Any more requests? Things you want to hear? Things you want to know? Guess not. Let's see. How about... Man, it's offering me some strange songs. Watermelon Man. No, take the A train.
10 years ago, we found a loan depot because we were confident we could deliver the American dream of home ownership.
Man, I love commercials these days. Every couple is interracial. This is a new thing. Dawning of a new age. Beer. I like IPAs. Thanks, Shadowy Dancer. Of course. I like sours. There's a place we play in Cincinnati. That's all they do is sours. Great ones. It's in a renovated church that turned into a brewery. Mr. PC. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Mr. PC Play Along. Yeah. Even John Coltrane knew about political correctness. Here's the newspeak. Mr. PC. I think it was Paul Chambers' bassist. Gewiss, thank you. Ah, follow me here from Facebook. That's good. Can you guys hit that subscribe and notification, that bell button thing? Giant steps, why? Why? Do you guys need me to prove I can play giant steps? Is that a thing still? We got to prove giant steps? Ah, my wife's home. Hello, wife. Wife, I'm gonna play giant steps and then sign off, okay?
Color me amused. Double these plates up, or you could have a total mess on your hands. Don't
All right.
paper plates that can leave you feel.
Alright, enough of that. Any tips on working on the rhythmic aspect of improvisation? Hit the button and the bell. That's good. That's good. What's this? Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is old news. All right. I'm gonna. So Gregorio, I'm going to do that next feed. We're going to talk about that. And for now, I'm gonna sign off.